Hello, sports fans. My name is Mingo, and I've been asked, why did I want to share my story in book form? Well, to be honest with you, any way I could get it out, I have tried to do. My wife and I have been working on this book for over 4 years, and 5 to 6 tapes and a manuscript was written. But the writers here in Denver, Colorado that I shared it with, they went over it, but they wanted to write it as a, I believe the word is fictitious or anyway, it wasn't the way that I wanted it. So I was lucky enough to have 2 friends of mine visit from Kansas, Glenn and Carol Strickland, who said, Gene, if you give us the material, we'll go over it and we would be, see what we could do with it. And it also took them a year and a half, almost 2 years, to rewrite the book, find the publisher. But I wanted my story told so that young men could realize that even if they didn't go to college, that there was a possibility that they could play pro football, baseball, or basketball. I was lucky enough to become the first black field goal kicker in the National Football League. I set many records, did many things, but even today, you do not see any other black field goal kickers kicking in the National Football League. I retired in 1970 from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's 43 years ago, and you still, to this day, have not seen another black field goal kicker. Again, this is because my personal feelings, the NFL just want to hold that position strictly for the Caucasian or say white player. I've also been asked, what did I learn and what obstacles did I have to face in playing in the NFL? Well, as stated, being the first black field goal kicker, each year that I went into camp, I had to worry about 5, 6, 7 or more players coming in to take my place. After leading the league in 1960 in scoring, winning the first game, doing so many things, they still wanted to move me out and not let me be a field goal kicker in 1961. But during the middle of the season, I overcame that, and they put me back in as the starting field goal kicker. No matter where I played, there were obstacles. They tried to get me out, and I gave them the opportunity in 1964, playing with the Denver Broncos. Got into trouble, and they released me and then traded me out to Oakland. It was amazing that after my incident with the Denver Broncos, that every team I went to, and I will name them for you, starting with the Denver Broncos, I went to the Oakland Raiders for a year and a half, the Miami Dolphins a year and a half, the Washington Redskins a half year, and the Pittsburgh Steelers a year and a half. Now, doesn't that seem like something's funny? But also, in playing in the NFL, you have to be on your toes. I was injured in 1967 when playing with the Washington Redskins. I was in the hospital for 3 days with a concussion, and when I was released, they didn't tell me how bad it was, and I was sent home packing, stating from Otto Graham that I kicked erratic in the game Sunday. I played the whole game and didn't even know I had played it until my roommate shared with me on Thursday actually what had happened. What I want my readers to get from this book is that no matter how many obstacles or how many downfalls you have to have the courage to get back up and fight on. And that's what I did. I wanted to prove to people that I was better than what some of my mistakes portrayed me to be. And that's what I want them to get from it, especially the young men out there. I got in trouble in 1984, 5, and 6, had a crisis come about that helped me get to where and who I am today as an alcohol and drug counselor. But I want people to read the things that I accomplished. Also accept that none of us are perfect in our life. The next thing I would like to do is be able to, when I leave this earth, is to leave it with recognition that I was one hell of a football player. As a matter of fact, in my day, if you didn't play more than one position, you didn't get a chance to play. So I hope that you out there will take the chance and purchase the book called What Have You Done Now, Eugene? You can purchase it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and also from iUniverse.com. What do I want to do next in my life? I want to continue helping people with their alcohol and drug addiction. I want to do interventions. I want these young people to recognize that we all have crises in our life, but we don't have to turn to drugs to reach that respectability again from our peers. I hope that this has been acceptable and understanding. Please go to the store or on your computer and purchase my book. Once again, it's called What Have You Done Now, Eugene? Thank you for giving me your time.